my number 2 animal, which you were just mentioning things that we have in Florida here, or I'm sorry, in Michigan.
Yeah.
And my number 2 is skunks. Like, what is the point? You know, and it's always gonna go back to that because once again, you could have animals that like eat other animals, but like it just feels like that's almost a given when you've got like carnivorous animals. They're going to eat other things.
Yeah, you know, I'm just you made me think of like the alligator of like you know, it's the what do you call it, the food chain, and if it doesn't exist then something's going to grow out of control. But don't skunks just eat like grubs and stuff?
Well, they eat
they dig down. Oh no, it says, I'm looking it up here. They do eat mice and moles and voles and rats. Oh, and birds, and then their eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. So actually, listen. Okay,
also grasshoppers, wasps, bees, crickets, beetles. Okay.
Yeah. And what's crazy is that I know we have those things here in Michigan, but I don't know. Whatever. That to me, I'm just not a good enough reason. However, I'm backtrack or I'm sidetrack a little bit.
Okay.
Because I've noticed I've got some moles in my yard, but I don't have any skunks around to eat those things. So what are they doing? What are the skunks doing?
You know what? They're elusive. They're I think they just mainly come out at night. I have skunks around here. I've only actually seen one with my own eyes one time, and it was a pretty big one. I was hosing off my dock, and I think it was living under the dock.
Oh.
And as I hosed it off, at one part, it came out the other end, and I just stopped spraying and slowly backed away like look, man, I didn't know you were... but the only other times I've seen them is on my security cameras.
Okay.
In fact, I just saw one I don't even know, like a month ago or something.
Yeah.
It was just walking through the yard.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you're right. Skunks are nocturnal. What's crazy to me though is that their average lifespan, which it says 2 to 3 years, seems a little low.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I guess as an adult, maybe that, which I don't know how long it takes a skunk to like become to what they consider an adult skunk. But I'm assuming that lifespan is probably due to
Wait a second. I'm looking this up now too.
Yeah.
It says average lifespan of a skunk in the wild is 2 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So they probably get the crap kicked out of them by other stuff, because it says, but they can live up to 15 years in captivity.
Because there's probably something else that eats them.
Yeah, probably.
Which I don't know. I would think that like skunk wouldn't taste very good.
I used to watch, what was his name? Les Stroud, the Survivor Man. And, or maybe it was Bear Grylls. One of them had set a snare and caught a skunk and was like, well, when you're surviving out in the middle of nowhere, you just eat what you catch. And they went to eat it and they were like, it tastes like crap. But no, what I was going to say is that's surprising that they have such a low lifespan.
Yeah.
I mean, so that one that I was telling you about spraying off my deck, that was like 5 years ago. So he's probably dead.
Yep. Yeah, maybe something else got him. So one thing that's interesting too is that like, did you know that it takes like 10 to 12 days for them to replenish their skunk spray?
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they can use it and then they gotta wait for it to recharge. But yeah,
but once they use it, you like stink for days.
Yeah, probably. But that's if you get caught in the spray. I mean, like maybe they miss, but it's still like lingering in the air and still. Have you ever driven past roadkill skunk?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awful.
It was a couple years ago, and I hit a dead one on the road. It was already dead. I am not the one that killed it.
Yeah.
But I hit its carcass or whatever, and I mean, I didn't do it on purpose. It just, there was no way for me to move because of the other traffic.
Yeah.
But then the problem was, it's like the truck stank for like a week, and I washed it several times because I put it in the garage, and I'm like, oh man, the garage stinks like skunk.
Yeah. Luckily, I never had that. I've like driven past it, and it feels like for every maybe like 20 feet away I get or whatever, the stench gets worse. Like, you know, progressively gets worse before it's like, oh, it's finally gone now.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so I don't see any point in that in skunks, especially living such a short lifespan.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm gonna say we can get rid of those.
I don't get what they're keeping in check.
Yeah,
And I'm not exactly sure what would they be feeding that squirrels wouldn't also be food, or mice, or like what animal would eat them that wouldn't also just eat all of these other things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're on board with that?
I'm not for any of these animals going away, but yeah, what is the point of them?
Yeah.
I'm unsure.
Yeah. I don't know.